what's up guys, I'm Tommy and welcome to Tommy Tech Outdoors. Today I'm going to show you how to install a Garmin Transducer on the Hobie Guardian mount. So stay tuned. So on this channel I do a lot of how-tos, reviews, and share my experiences fishing, crabbing, kayaking, boating, and just spending quality time with family and friends outdoors. So if those interest you, consider subscribing to my channel by clicking that red subscribe button below and click that notification bell so you know when I upload new content. Alright guys, so if you've been following my channel, you know that I recently purchased a Garmin Echomap 94 SV. I'm going to be putting it on my Hobie Pro Angler 360. So that's why I'm going to be putting it or doing the install on the Guardian Transducer shield. This is usually meant for Lowrance because, you know, Hobie has that relationship with Lowrance, but I'm going to be using it to install this Garmin Transducer. I believe this is a 51? Yeah, so this is the GT51M-TM. I think the 93 comes with the 54, but yeah, since I'm going to be in salt, that's the reason I went with 94 SV. So this actually came from my old 2019 Outback, just because I didn't want to mess up the new one on the PA, because I'm going to actually end up selling my Outback. I'm not sure if I'm going to be selling the 2019 yet, so that's why I wanted to leave the Guardian plate looking brand new, just in case I do sell it, but I'm not sure yet. So stay tuned for a video on that. I'll let you know which one I'm going to sell, if you guys have any suggestions on which one to sell. So I have a 2016 Outback and a 2019. I got to sell one of them, so let me know which one you guys think I should sell. But anyways, getting back to the install, I'm going to bring you guys closer so you guys can get a closer look at the installation. Alright guys, so I've got the Guardian Transducer shield here. What you saw in the beginning of the video, I actually had the little scoop on it. This is actually to help protect the transducer if you go over anything. I actually took the liberty of going to my other transducer shield and I put the original guard on it. I don't know what you call this, but this flat piece usually comes with it from the factory, and then you get the scoop. So if you want to have this on to help protect your transducer, you can put that on, or you could even just leave it as it is and then maybe get like a Burley Pro cover and use that. I'm actually going to use the scoop. I'll show you how it works a little bit later after I get the transducer on, but it's pretty easy to remove this little original flat piece. You can see here I've got these two screws right here. All you got to do is remove the two screws like so. It's pretty easy to do. And once you got the two screws out, all you got to do is just push this out. Oh, just fell right out actually. This goes in like just like that actually. So it's, yeah, pretty easy to do. And then you're going to want to take this scoop right here, and then you're going to do the same thing. You pretty much just lay it right in just like that, right here. And then if you turn it over, just hold it in place. Oh, actually you're gonna have to, I'm sorry, put it in kind of at an angle, like so. I don't know if you can see that, you won't be able to see it. Anyways, you're gonna have to push it up a little bit. You'll see when you start to do this, because there's like a little groove here, and then this actually sits on top of that right there. So put it in and you'll see it lines up flat. Then you just reinstall the two screws. And I actually didn't show you guys how to remove this from the bottom of your kayak. I'll actually show you that in another video. So stay tuned for that video. But let's go ahead and continue with this. As you can see, this is pretty easy. Just put the 2 screws back on, and then we can go ahead and get started with the actual install. What I'm actually going to do, because the Garmin Transducer it doesn't really fit properly. The problem is right here, the connector for the transducer itself won't actually fit through this hole that's right here. Fits fine with I had on this before was the what was that? It was like that all-in-one transducer. It's like the 3-in-1 active scan when I had my Lowrance T1i. But you know, Hobie has these designed for Lowrance, so you're gonna have to do a little bit of tweaking to get it to work with a Garmin. And the reason I have to install it on the outside is because this does have side imaging on it. There is also, you know, installs like if you didn't have side imaging, where you can actually use these posts right here, and you can install your transducer. If you know you had one of the regular hockey puck type, you can put it here because it just shoots down. But since this is going to be on the bottom of the boat and I have side imaging, the transducer actually has to be below the hull so I can get the side imaging on. But you can see here the cable won't fit through. It's actually hitting about right here, so I think what I need to do is pretty much just cut this piece out. I might have to round it out a little bit. So I think I'm going to just use, you could probably use a Dremel if you had one. I'm going to use spiral saw that I have. Let me go get that real quick. Alright, so this is my spiral saw that I'm going to use to cut this. I'll probably take this piece off to do it. So I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do first is cut these two posts, cut this little piece in the middle out, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So let me go ahead and do that now. All right, that was actually pretty easy just to get through that post there. I don't think it's big enough. Let me get the cord here. Unravel this real quick. Which way do they do this? Because you got to get the plug to fit in there. So let's take a look. I don't think the plug is going to fit with it like that. So let's see. Yeah, so right now the plug doesn't really fit. No, it looks like it's, just need to make it a little bit wider. That's the nice thing about this. I wonder if I could jam it in there, could I? Nope, I'll just make it slightly wider here. So what I'm gonna do is kind of shave off just a little bit, maybe on just the bottom piece. I could do both sides if I want, but yeah, let's go do that and see what happens. All right, so I just shaved the bottom piece right here. So let's go ahead and see if it fits. Doesn't look too pretty, but I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter. It's gonna be covered anyways. So let's see. So, yeah, looks like it fits just nicely. So what I'm gonna have to do is pull all of this through. And then, actually, you know what? The thing I need to do first is I gotta mark the holes for where it's gonna screw in. So let's figure that out, actually. I'm like getting a little ahead of myself here. So if I have it here now, you can see right here. So now, if I put it in, now this piece will actually fit right through there. So now I gotta figure out like where I'm gonna put the holes when I drill. Let me go get the little mount. The metal mounting piece should actually help me determine that. So now I have the mounting piece. This is that one that came with it. And it looks like it just fits right on the transducer. You can see it lines up nicely with the holes. So I know that this is the part where the cable is going to come through, so I could kind of use that as a guide. All right, so let's take a look at where this is roughly going to go. It's about right there. It's that, and then the center of this big hole is about right there. Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to cut this back more, I think. Because if this guy, let's see, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cut this back. Yeah, you can see here, I'm gonna probably have to cut this a little bit more. Yeah, actually, that's perfect. Actually, no, so look, I don't know if you can see that, but this actually is going on this. It's actually in between that, so that's a problem. So we're gonna have to bring this forward. So I'm gonna actually have to cut it quite a bit because I don't want this to be right on this little groove here. So I'll put it right in the middle. Okay, so I've got my drill here. This bit's 11/64, I believe. So now I'm going to drill out the first one. I'm actually gonna drill out the first one and then just check it. All right guys, so I've got the holes drilled out. The holes look like they fit pretty good. So what I need to do now is cut this back a little bit because I think the cable is gonna hit. So I'm just gonna cut it back, I don't know what that's, maybe ½ an inch or so. So let me go ahead and do that now with my spiral saw. All right guys, so it looks like the screws are just fine. The big thing is that I really needed to kind of, you know, the plastic was kind of protruding out because I drilled from, you know, the other side, so I had to actually, you know, just kind of sand down or actually just use a little razor to get the plastic off, and I was able to actually put the transducer with the two screws here. But to get the ones here on the top, I'm actually going to have to break off these posts, so I'm going to actually have to cut these with some snips or something, and then probably do the same thing and, you know, get it so that the plastic is somewhat flush, so the screws can actually sit properly. So I'm going to do that now. I could technically use it as it is with just the two screws. I mean, this is on here pretty solid, and you know, I'm not really going to be going high speeds because I'm going to be using my kayak. So right now it actually looks like it would work just fine the way it is because I've got the, you know, the little bumper here, or so when it hits or goes over something, it'll actually, you know, go in. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut these posts. All right guys, I was actually able to get this down a bit. I actually just used my spiral saw, kind of like a Dremel, to shave it down, and I think that'll work just fine. Doesn't look like the prettiest job, but I mean, it'll work. I mean, this is just gonna be underneath, and then underneath my kayak, and then the transducer will be covering up all this, so it really doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and try to mount the transducer to this now. All right guys, so I got the screws nice and secured. This is pretty solid on here. So again, I just got the 4 screws here. So there are actually 2 screws back here, but it only comes with 5 actually. I think 5 are meant to have the 4 and then this one on the back. This actually, in the mount, it actually has it there, but I think 4 is plenty because I'm not going to be going like high speed. Probably the highest speed I'll be going, it's going to be, you know, I don't know, I get maybe 4 or 5 mile an hour on you know, with a big speed jet or Torpedo. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the install. All right guys, so that was the install of a Garmin transducer on the Hobie Guardian Transducer Shield. This transducer is actually the GT51M-TM. This came with my 94 Echomap's 94 SV. Again, I'm going to be using this in salt water, and you can see this transducer, it's pretty huge, but this will actually retract back into the hole. I'm actually going to do a separate video showing you guys how to actually take off the Guardian Transducer Shield from the kayak and then installing this, because there is a process for installing this as well. So stay tuned for a video on that. What I'm going to do actually for this whole video series is I'm going to create a playlist, which I'll link in the description below, so you guys can refer to that to see all of the videos relating to this install. So I'm actually going to break up the install into a couple videos just so I don't have these really long videos. So yeah, just check out that playlist and you'll see everything there. But if you guys have any comments or questions about the install, let me know in the comment section below. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe for future videos. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Again, I'm gonna be weeds.